Alright y'all, welcome back to Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. Yeah, it's been a minute since I did commentary throughout this playthrough. I mentioned in part 1 that there would be little to no commentary, but I figured this would be a good part to talk about something new. The command board. It was actually mentioned in part 1, but didn't really have the time to show it till now, so here we are. Now, a lot of playthroughs that I've seen beforehand, they actually wait till the very end of the playthrough and make it like a bonus video. But the thing is, I actually play through these as I go along in the quest. So I'm showing it off now, basically as I go. So I decided to wait till I completed the first 3 worlds completely as every character. And I'm going to go through each board. Now, these boards are based off of worlds found in the game. As you can see, this one's based off of the Land of Departure. And not every world has a board, but we'll get more into that later. So the command board, how do I describe it? Basically, if any of you have played, Fortune Street, which is for the Wii, it's pretty much that. Up to 3 people are on the board, and there are these spaces in which you can buy. In order to buy these spaces, you need points, but in order to get points you need I don't know what the points are called off the top of my head, and I would say it right now, but the quality is so fuzzy I can't even read it. Oh my gosh, PSP. But anyway, you basically need points as well as drop a command on that space to mark your territory. If you don't have a command in your hand but you have enough points, you still can't buy it, and vice versa. You use the commands that you've gained throughout your adventure, which is another reason why I held off on showing this off, because I know I unlocked this board relatively early, but I decided to just wait. So this is a good way to level up your commands, because putting them out on the board does give your commands experience, as well as leveling up the spaces. If you level up the spaces, then they become worth more points. If someone were to land on one of your commands, they would have to give you points. But be careful, they can actually buy the command from you. And though that does give you money, in the long run it can hurt you, so just be careful about that. Now, you saw me kind of move my icon like this, except I'm kind of showing off how bad my analog stick is because it's automatically moving to the left on its own. Yeah, so that's gonna cause the death of me in the future. Hint, hint. But yeah, there are some spaces on the board that already have commands, and this is in some cases the only way you can get certain commands, like the one that Ventus just passed. I'm playing as Aqua, by the way. The one with the star up to right above him. That command is Ragnarok. That's a Shotlock command in this game, and it's extremely useful for a few bosses because it can act English, but it can actually make certain bosses flinch. One particular boss that I have a hard time with without using Ragnarok, but that's much later, like towards the end of the game. So, but yeah, that's another reason to play the command board. And another reason as well, this is just a lot of fun to me. I spent Terra, no. But this is a very fun distraction to me. It's a great way to kill time, especially if you're, I don't know, rendering, waiting on someone. I don't know. I just played this a lot, not only to level up my commands, but like I said, it's just a lot of fun to me. The AI you face off against, like right now I'm facing off against Ventus and Terra. It all depends on the board. Like there's another board where we'll go off against Cinderella. That's actually the next board, the one that later. And the AI for the most part is pretty reasonable. They do get extremely lucky sometimes, but hey, what can you do? But other than that, I don't really have that much, that many bad things to say. But yeah, oh, I did buy the command. So by the end of the game, well, of this command board game, I will have that command as part of my command deck, and so on and so forth. I can also buy the property from the AI opponents, and it'll be put in my deck after this as well. So keep that in mind as well. I think you can't use the commands you leave on the board outside of the game. What I mean by that is you can actually stop a game at any time and resume it later. The thing is, if you have any commands on the board, I don't think you can actually use them in the game until you finish up the command board game, or just quit and they'll be put back in your deck. However, if you do quit the game, any commands that you bought from players or the ones you find on the board, you won't keep them, so keep that in mind. Now, let's talk about the objective. In order to win, you need a certain amount of points. Let's just say money for now, because I honestly cannot remember the technical name for it. But as you can see, each of us have a current amount of money in our overall wealth. The current amount of money being the top number, and the overall wealth being the bottom number, which includes the money we have now, the worth of all the command boards we have, etc. Your overall wealth is what really counts, and for this game, it needs to be, what do you think, 5,000. And there are many ways to get more wealth. First of all, that was a prize cube I was just rolling around on. There's a number at the bottom left hand corner of that, that's 6. You need to roll that many spaces on top of that cube, and once that number goes to 0, it'll pop open and you get all the money inside. Now the thing is, there are those spaces which the cube has to roll along. If you land on one of those without being on the cube, you lose a certain amount. It all depends on the number shown on the space. I'm hoping this makes sense, but that money will go to the prize cube, and you know, whoever opens the prize cube gets all the money, including the stuff that was taken from players. So keep that in mind. Now you'll see that me and the AI are going towards these color spaces, like that red space that Ventus just landed on. There are a total of 4. You get GP. I think that's GP. I don't remember. You get money for at least passing by. If you land on the space, you can actually level up any space that you own. And leveling up commands will increase their wealth, and also the amount that players need to pay you for landing on that. So that's awesome sauce. And this is the start point. If you arrive back at the start point and touched all 4 color spaces, you'll get a bonus. And your bonus amount depends on how many commands you have in your hand. You can have up to 5 commands in your hand. How many commands you have, well, spaces you own on the on the field, and all more. So yeah. These can go on for quite a bit. This one doesn't last too long, because I'm actually pretty close to 5,000. Yeah, once you have the amount, the game won't actually end until you reach the starting point. Just keep that in mind. Now, that space right there, that black space, with the percentage, basically, whenever someone passes it, the percentage will go up until it hits max, and when someone lands on it, every space will go up in wealth by the percentage that's marked by it. So I think it's a 10. I can't tell by the quality of Vegas. I don't know why, but it always looks blurrier in Vegas, but when I render it, it looks fine. I don't know. But anyway, once someone lands on that, every space will go up in value, and in turn, everyone's wealth will go up if they own property already. If they don't, oh well. And that purple cube I landed on is basically an event space. Each board has a specific event. Like for this one, each character can actually ride to any space on the board they want by turning their Keyblade into a vehicle, because they can do that. And then once they land on it, that space, they can actually go in any direction, as opposed to having to follow the path. Because as you notice, sometimes I can't go back. Basically, you can't go backwards. So like Ventus, he can't go back down. He'll have to go either left or right here. I mean left or up. And what did he just do? Did he just buy property? Yeah. So Ventus just bought some property in order to get that last blue space. Now if you buy all the spaces of the same color on a field, the spaces will go up in value, and you'll get like a field sweep, which is basically 50% more of wealth, and that's pretty cool. However, Ventus got it and not me, so that sucks. And but you can buy it from him, and it'll go down. Now each command is marked by a type, you know, a battle, like a attack command, a magic command, and Shotlock commands. You can't use items like potion and whatnot, but if you have two of the same command types next to each other, like those two magic commands that Ventus has down, they'll go up in value as well. And you can link up as many as you can. Like even that line line of light that you travel across to get to the other side. Let me see. No, Terra's going the other way. Terra, you're not helping. Come on now. But anyway, that line of light that counts as connecting the spaces. So if Ventus had, say, a magic command on that top blue space, it will connect to the other magic command on the black space, and then it will go up in value. Now you can use you can basically use special maneuvers by sacrificing commands in your hand. Like you just saw me there, I used up a magic command, an attack command, and a Shotlock command. And that gives me GP Magnet. Basically, GP Magnet will give me a certain amount of money dependent on how many commands my opponents have on the field. So basically, since both Ventus and Terra had a few commands on the field, I got a certain amount of GP dependent on that. And because of that, I have enough. So basically, I just gotta get to the end and game, set, and match. Now, the turn number, I don't know if that really means anything. I don't know. Maybe you have to get to the end before a certain amount of turns is over. I don't know. I never really go past, with the exception of one where I went about 60 turns. I never really had that much trouble. But anyway, what you saw me do was 3 dice, in which you had to use 2 magic commands. And as it says, 3 die, you can move up to 18 spaces if you get lucky enough. But yeah, I am the winner, and here's the result screen.
Piece of cake.
Cake. But yeah, Ragnarok was the new command I got off the field, and as you see, the commands I had on the field leveled up. Now, if your commands are already leveled up all the way, they obviously won't get any experience, so just keep that in mind. That's why you only saw 2 commands, or maybe that's all I had on the field. It's possible. But anyway, there's something else I would like to show, the Mirage Arena. Now, y'all probably noticed this on the world map screen to the top left of the 3 worlds we've been going to. This is basically where you would hold multiplayer sessions, and you would play the command board again, as well as 2 other mini games that we will come across. Well, is it 2 or 3? Actually, yeah, 2 more mini games that we'll come across in later on. But no, excuse me, only 1 mini game they'll come across in a later world. The other 2 one is the command board, and another is the arena, the battle arena, excuse me, which I will show off as Terra. Keep in mind, I'm doing everything as every character because it goes towards my 100% completion. I'm just going to show it off as 1 character. So here in the arena, you can actually change the color of your armor if you want, but I didn't mess with that. And also you can get medals for completing these events successfully. You don't get that many medals in general when you complete these events, so it's a bit time consuming, but the thing is, I just go with the command board because, again, that's the most fun thing to me. Well, the most fun mini game anyway. Ooh, excuse me. And you can also get some Shotlock commands from the shop, as well as a couple of friendship commands. More on that later. You can also get some recipes for attacks and magic and all that stuff when you synthesis. When you use synthesis, that is. And yeah, so yeah, here's arena mode, which I'm going to show off. Here's different types of events. One that include bosses exclusive to this world, and other events that include bosses from previous worlds. But we're gonna start with the new one, the new boss that is. Excuse me. So basically you just keep on beating enemies until you defeat them all. And that's pretty much it. Nothing too hard, though. This is a little bit slower paced than what I usually do, mainly because this is critical mode, so I'm actually being a little more careful because with Terra and Aqua especially, they honestly cannot take a hit for nothing. Like with Aqua, I actually came across a little bit of trouble when fighting Maleficent in her dragon form. I learned that her breathing out fire, as far as critical mode goes, it's actually a one-hit kill, even if you're at full health. Well, obviously, one-hit kill, full health, duh. But something else I learned is if you get behind Prince Filth when he says "come here," the shield will actually protect you from that. So yeah, what you saw wasn't my first attempt at that fight. That was actually my third attempt. It didn't take me too long because I kind of found out by accident that Prince Filth's shield actually does But yeah, other than that, critical mode's not too bad. It's a lot of fun because it does present a bit more challenge, but nothing too extreme except for the mirror. I hate that fight. Still kind of redundant, that Aqua fights. And I think my video skipped. Wow. The video skipped. Oh wow. Oh crap. The video sped up. Oh man. That sucks. Thought I had that problem fixed. Huh. Oh, you know what? I used my old flash drive for this one. I remember now. Sorry about that, y'all. But you're not really missing much. As long as it doesn't screw up during the boss fight, which is actually something new, we're good. I apologize for the speed up and the skipping, but Oh yeah, because I couldn't find the new flash drive when I recorded this part. I remember now. So I was like, screw it. I'll try my old one, see what happens. And that's what happens. So yeah. What else is there to talk about? So really just beating up basic mooks. Well, I have a feeling I was talking about something before I saw the video skip, but that kind of distracted me. Round 3. Oh yeah, the boss is going to take a little bit of time as well because, again, I'm trying to be careful, and the boss actually presents a challenge versus hard mode. He was kind of a joke. And I hate those freaking rabbits. Especially when you fight him as Aqua, because for some reason, if you do a standard ground combo, her last hit will actually go overshoot the rabbits and then I'll leave you open. So be careful when you're fighting those as Aqua. Oh, something else I learned. Ignite and Poison actually works on some bosses. I never knew that. I thought that was only specific to lower mooks because of the nature of those moves. But no, they work on bosses. Like the mirror. It actually worked on him and I was like, "Arr!" So yeah, my best advice for you, if you decide to play this on critical mode, kind of rely on the status ailment moves like Poison and Stun, because they do help out a lot. Because any bit of damage will help. And also, Terra's guard kind of sucks. So does Ventus. Aqua has the best because it actually protects her from all angles, because it's a barrier. Versus, well, Terra and Ventus, where they use their Keyblade. Yeah. Oh, something else I might not have mentioned part 1, but the finish commands, as you can see, I'm using a different command, something called Gold Rush as opposed to finish. Gold Rush basically will make enemies drop money once it lands. Now there is basically a finish command tree. It all depends on a few factors, like what was that move called? Like Heat Slash. I think I showed it off as Ventus. I got that move by using the Firestorm command style. I think, what was it, 10 times. You get Gold Rush as, I know, Terra and Ventus once you reach a certain amount of money. I don't know if Aqua even gets that move. I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, there's so many moves you can get. It all depends on what you do. So yeah. Basically, switch up your finish commands, because if you have a certain finish command equipped, the other commands can't level up. Like if you had Heat Slash leveled up, it actually wouldn't. Well, if you had that, can't talk today. If you had Heat Slash equipped, basically other finish commands couldn't level up, because Heat Slash doesn't branch off into anything. It's basically its own category, quote unquote. If I had like the command, the finish command tree pulled up, it would be easier to explain. But you know, how about this? Gold Rush actually does branch off into other finish commands, and the finish commands that it branches off into, those can level up as long as I have Gold Rush equipped, as well as my standard finish command. But since Heat Slash doesn't have any moves it branches off into, I won't learn any more if I had that equipped, which is why I don't rely on it at all. Matter of fact, it's not really that great a move. So yeah, here is a Unversed exclusive to the Mirage Arena, Iron Prisoner. He's not hard, it's just in critical mode it takes a while to take him down, because he's a lot more relentless with his attacks. So you gotta be a little more careful, because the damage he deals out is pretty heavy. And what you're seeing here is a cage. You can break the cage, but the thing is, he will still attack. So try to break out as soon as possible. Also, he has a fire spin thingy. And you notice that it said Iron Prisoner 1. Yeah, there's other versions of Iron Prisoner. This is actually the easiest, to me anyway. I know my friend Aaron, he said he had a bit of trouble with this, but it could depend on the difficulty, because I told him about moves that he did, or it might have been a different boss, that he had no idea what I was talking about. And my first playthrough was actually through hard mode, so it all depends on the difficulty. So this guy could be very well the hardest in normal mode. Would be kind of odd, but eh. But to me, he's the easiest of the Iron Prisoners. There's a total of 4, and 4 is without a doubt the hardest. It's just cray. But we won't get to that until much later. Yeah. Now you don't really have to come to the Mirage Arena to get 100%. However, for Terra, he does need to come here in order to get one of Xehanort's reports, which is criteria for unlocking something that's actually part of the story towards the end. So make sure if you don't care about the Mirage Arena, that's fine, but you won't get the full story unless you beat it at least as Terra. I don't know if I get it, if that's, I'm trying to remember what you, excuse me, almost knocked off my microphone. Now I'm trying to remember, do you get awarded that report in this one or another one? I don't know, but for Terra, he's the only one where he has to come to the Mirage Arena in order to get one of Xehanort's reports. Ventus and Aqua, they don't have to at all. I found that very odd. So yeah. And also, you can actually level up here. I think I leveled up quite a couple of times already. So it could be a good place to practice your moves as well, because there's no penalty for losing. You just, you know, have to start over if you choose, or just do something else if you lose. I'm not sure why Music Ignite, it doesn't work. I mean, he uses fire moves, although ironically, Ignite actually does work on those red chilies, those red enemies that shoot out fire. They kind of look like pots. I don't know why it works on them, but it does. Actually, fire moves do work on it in general. It's just that the damage output is halved. So say if fire was powerful enough to knock it out, in one hit, it still wouldn't. It would just be half, so it would just take out half of his health. If that makes sense. Same for, you know, the other element-based enemies. If I were to use Blizzard on a ice-type enemy, the damage would be halved. So keep that in mind, even though it doesn't really matter to me, because I usually just follow up by swinging my key at him. So yeah. Okay, I don't know if that move's been shown off, but if you get caught by any of the lasers, he'll concentrate the other beams right at you in the spot and ignite the floor. So yeah. And you can actually guard that, I'm just missing. Badly. Okay, almost there. There we go. And that it can also make him flinch sometimes. Like that. Good timing. Oh, the finish command also made him flinch as well. Nice. Get out the way, get out the way. Yeah, so if you miss with a cage, he'll actually do that. And you can also block him coming out the ground, but again, as I mentioned, Terra's guard isn't so great against this boss, because he can come from any angle. So yeah, that was Iron Imprisoner 1. Don't worry, we're gonna see him again, just in a different form. Yeah. And that was the Mirage Arena and the whatchamacallit, command board. Basically what I decided to do, I'm just gonna do commentary for these. So, because they all have a little something different for them. And yeah, whenever you complete an event for the first time or get enough medals, your arena level will go up, and that also goes toward your 100% completion, because the max arena level is a 30, I believe. And your arena level also determines what items you can buy in the shop, so keep that in mind. And well, that's pretty much all I have to say for now. So in the next part, we will actually do another set of we'll do another command board and another arena mission. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you then. Take care.